Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront updates and some more exciting Star Wars Battlefront 2 content. In this video I wanted to talk about 5 things I like about Star Wars Battlefront 2. I won't just be saying, oh, heroes, vehicles and maps, but I want to be a little bit more specific and bring up some examples within those areas that I think is really good with this game. And I will also be doing another video called 5 things I don't like with Star Wars Battlefront 2 a little bit later to kind of give you both sides of the game. So let's jump straight into it. The first thing, which I think is really good, is the fact that blasters can damage vehicles. In the previous game you felt so helpless if you faced off against an AT-ST and didn't have any ion weapons equipped. Whereas in this game you can actually deal some damage to them. Sure, you might not be super effective with a normal blaster, but if you are playing as a heavy and end up behind an AAT tank, you can actually bring up your sentry and deal some significant damage to it. And blasters from other vehicles can of course also deal some good damage, such as the AT-RT versus the AAT tank. So it's not only rockets and ion weapons that can damage vehicles in this game, and I think that would remove the whole AT-ST frustration that existed in the previous game. Next up we have the battle point system. This one is pretty broad, but I just thought it was such an amazing improvement from the previous game because the hero pickups were really not good. With the battle point system you constantly have something to work towards. Even if you don't want to play the hero right now, you can still use those points to get a special character or a vehicle, meaning that even if you aren't playing the objective, you still have the objective of your own that you can work towards. And it's also a lot more fair system, because no matter if you're rushing in and playing the objective, or if you're healing people in the back, you still have an equal chance to get battle points as long as you play well. Sure, it might have been a little bit unbalanced with the heavy in this build, but the goal of the main game is simply that you will be able to get battle points no matter what you do, and it should be fairly equal between the different classes and playstyles. And next up we have health balance between classes. I didn't just want to say classes because I feel like that's a little bit too generic, but the health balance between classes is something that I thought was quite interesting. Because in the previous game, if you had something like a cycler rifle or pulse cannon, you knew if someone would die or if they wouldn't die. Whereas in this game, it's gonna depend on which class and character you're facing off against. Right now, the specialist has 100 health and the assault and officer 150 and the heavy 200. This meant that when you were sniping with the main sniper, you would be able to one-shot other specialists in the head, but you cannot one-shot an assault or heavy class. So this means that you need to adapt depending on who you're facing off against. For instance, if I see that there's an enemy sniper, I try to just get one good shot in the head, whereas if I face off against a heavy or assault, I think it's easier to shoot them in the chest and just fire very rapidly, because I do know that if I hit them once in the head, they will start running anyway, so it's easier to aim in the chest. And then on top of that, you can of course have a little bit of extra health if you are the officer, and I'm unsure if that allows you to tank a headshot as a specialist or not, but that's probably something that will be adjusted for the final release anyways. Sniping was just one of the examples, but it applies to pretty much every ability and weapon in the game, that you will have to learn that this weapon can one-shot this character or this weapon cannot one-shot this character, so you might have to aim and use them differently depending on who you're facing off against. And in the previous game you basically only had heroes and standard infantry, whereas now we have 4 different classes with 3 different health pools, and then the special characters, the heroes, and so on. Moving on, I wanted to talk a little bit about hero abilities, because I think they have really improved those from the previous game. To be more exact, the physical hero abilities, such as Darth Maul's Force Choke. This thing is so awesome to use, because you can actually pick up Rey and throw her into the wall, and that was something you could not do in the previous game. If you use your Force Choke on another hero, they would basically just get stunned for half a second, and that's about it. Whereas in this game, you can actually pick them up and throw them away, no matter if they are a hero or if they're standard infantry. And they've also been a little bit bold and made some more interesting abilities, such as Rey's mind control that inverts the enemy's controls and makes the droids' heads spin around, which looks quite funny to say the least. So I have to give them a big props for the hero abilities in this game, as I didn't expect such a major difference compared to the previous game. And finally, one of my favorite things with Battlefront 2 compared to the previous game, the kill sound. It is so satisfying in those multiplayer games that have a specific kill sound, because it always feels so good to hear that sound, and in this case it's the little bling sound or whatever you want to call it that you hear every time you kill someone. It's a very good way to know that you've gotten a kill, and if you are on a streak and keep getting 3 or 4 kills within a couple of seconds, hearing that sound over and over is very satisfying. And I thought it was especially good when I rushed in with Darth Maul in situations like this one, and I didn't really keep track about if I killed them or not, but I could just listen for that sound and know, oh, there's a kill, oh, there's another kill, and so on. So the kill sound is something I really hope will stay for the next game, and on top of that, not just the kill sound, but the little red hit marker that you get every time you kill someone. I'm pretty sure that 99% of you will all think that is really satisfying to use, and I don't see any negative side to having it at all. But well, those are 5 things that I really like about Star Wars Battlefront 2. There's obviously a lot more than that, but those were some more specific things that I wanted to bring up that I'm really excited to see what the community thinks about once the game is out for everyone, either in November or during the beta. And as I said, I will be doing a 5 things I don't like with Star Wars Battlefront 2 video that hopefully will be coming up within a week. But until then, thank you guys very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.